Hello, hello, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome back to the L learning portion of Tell Joanne. I am your girl, Joanne. Guys, I hope you guys have been enjoying the 8 o'clock segment of the story behind the song, because I definitely have been enjoying it. And I'm not going to do much more talking. Let's just get to our chair so we can get to the story, okay? So if you are part of the family, aka you're already subscribed, you know you're the bomb. That's what it is. You know you're the best. You know I love you. But if you're new to the channel, this is why I say hello, hello, hello. Now put me on pause or get yourself a beverage of choice. Hit that subscribe button so that you can become part of this absolutely amazing community. And on count of 3, we'll do our chair. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. First time reaction to Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, the story behind the song. All right, let's go.
At the time of recording it, we knew that it was special. That it was special in so much as it was breaking the format of okay, it starts with this really fragile guitar and then it just keeps building as it goes along. When we were running through this, Robert was actually, I remember he was sitting sort of in the corner against the wall, sitting on the floor with his back up against the wall. He was just writing. And he sang all the way through. He must have had a good 80-90% of the lyrics written there and then. You can have your own interpretation of what this track is, what it implies, or even what it means to you, how it affected you in the first place, you know, and us as a listener, you know, as from the fan's point of view, and that's absolutely marvellous, because I know that in my life, the sort of music that had moved me in many fields of and genres of music are the ones that, you know, actually make the hair stand up on end.
Yeah.
I'd always had an idea of something that would break sort of musical rules and traditions. And so that because I've been a session musician and I knew the one thing you don't do is speed up. But there's music that I liked that actually does speed up. So then the drums come in. So the whole thing is opening up. The whole picture is opening up.
But I got some good news.
And then you get to the point where, you know, you've got the guitar solo that comes in, and it just gets wider and wider and more open. All the time, there's a momentum which is actually accelerating. It's getting faster as well, so it's taking you along at a pace. And then by the time the solo finishes up with this sort of trill, which opens it up into this last verse. I got my interpretation, obviously, of what the lyrics are, and also beyond, if you like. You know, there's because it's thought. The music in itself is provoking. It's thought provoking, which is like anything that's any good is. So I don't want to be saying what my personal conclusions are. It was supposed to change music. That was the idea of it, and also change the sort of mood that you can be in. It can transport you into something else.
You know what? I feel like this one was quite interesting. I actually think it's I like the fact that he didn't go behind what the meaning of the actual song was, because he's not the one who wrote the song, right? That's what I'm getting from there. And I like the fact that he actually dived in into the instrument. He dived in into the guitar, and he just talked about how the opening of the guitar is and how smooth just the music itself, right? How it sounded so slow, and then how the drums came in. I like how he dived into that. And then I even like the fact that he talked about, the thing is with music, and it's always amazing to hear your favorite artist saying to hear what their passion, their mission, their reason behind the song. It always is good to do that. But sometimes it's nice to know that a song is it's written in a way for your own interpretation of the song, right? And I guess even within that, that is still the artist's reason behind the song, is that they want the song to be able to relate to anyone, and they want the song for someone to be able to see it and see that a universal song, right? That is not any specific reason behind it, but for the artist, but the reason is behind it for you. When you hear the song, what the song makes you feel is your own reason behind the song, and then let your imagination go wild with what you think the artist's song is. With this, what's behind the song, I feel like he went more with what's behind the instruments, what's behind the music, as opposed to what's behind the song. So if you guys have heard any other interviews discussing what's behind the actual song, definitely comment below and let us know. On that note, I'm going to see you guys on the next reaction.